Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. It's R by G4. You guys could always look me up at Twitter, R by G4. I post a lot about Earth2. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and like. I'm gonna leave down on the link below my promo code so you can support the channel and I could keep on improving and start editing and improving on the videos. But let's get back to what we came for. Over here, as you can see on the map, we have Vatican City. What occurred today was something really notorious and really, we could say dramatic, because a lot of people got really hyped at what happened today in the Earth2 marketplace. Today, or you could say February 23rd, 2021, so that for the future references, if you want to look back in the past, they could be like, wow, people really invested at that cheap price. Because I really do believe, regardless of what the prices are today in the tiles, I think they're a really good price. And the term hypergrowth that I used in the last video has not occurred yet, but it's occurring in certain places as of now, and it looks like it's growing exponentially for a lot of people and a lot of investors that invested early in the game. So look at that little you could say country. It's also called the Holy See, and I'm pretty sure when you go into Earth2 on the homepage, you would see Holy See and the marketplace and the countries on the top as one of the most popular places to invest, because the percentage gain has been huge, really huge. So that little location right there that you see that is outlined with a line, Vatican City, is really popular due to the demand and the scarcity. There's only really limited amount of tiles in this little, you could say, little shape. Really, really scarce. So today, we had a huge transaction occur where somebody bought a total amount of 85 tiles. Keep in mind, 85 tiles for a whopping $5,000. So let's go through the transaction because this is huge. So you see those flags right there? I don't know what country that is, but those flags represent a person that invested and owned those tiles. So I click on the box and you could see tile selected equals 85 out of 750, because somebody can invest somebody can invest 750 tiles at once if there's available tiles, but in this occasion they're limited. So right now you can see 85 out of 750. Price per tile usually is $6 currently right now, and they would be usually 510. The problem is you can't find a tile for $6 at Holy See at this very moment because they're all bought up. So let's go down to the screen. It says 85. We go down and we look at the property history. You can see right there it says $5,000, improvement fee $182.50. The date that it occurred, February 23rd, 2021. So let's go back. Let's go a little bit more down. So on February 13th, 2021, you can see approximately 10 days. Somebody bought these tiles for $1,350. You can see right there from E2 Real Estate to Local. That was a person that acquired the tiles at that price. And 10 days after, we see Local transferred it to that address right there to with the diamond emojis for a whopping $5,000 after 10 days. So we are starting to see hyper growth throughout the marketplace for various investors. And I'm pretty sure if you invested in the game a month or 2 months ago, maybe even a week ago, you are starting to see the gains. And yes, there are investors out there checking the marketplace to acquire tiles that would have value in the future and that have potential for something to build on, to rent. And we already know Vatican City, the potential that it has, and the fame, the popularity, the history that's behind that. You could say country, because you already know it's within another country. So $5,000. That's almost, you could say, more than 3 times your money. in only 10 days. I'm not saying that's going to happen with every tile or with. I'm just saying that there are investors out there that are looking for potential tiles. Most likely, the person that bought at $5,000 probably thought that was a steal, was a really cheap price, because later on it's gonna be costing even more. Because as we can see here, with this location, we have the property with scarcity. We have scarcity. There's only a limited amount of tiles in this little box that they call a nation. And there's a lot of history behind it. So, it's huge. It's huge. Just look at that. Every tile is bought up. So in this location, scarcity is what has the price at a really high price. Really high price. And that's why the seller got a buyer, because the buyer is looking for something unique. And the uniqueness about this nation is the scarcity of tiles and their class 1. Remember, in the game there's class 1, class 2, and class 3. So this buyer bought 85 tiles for $5,000 when this exact buyer could have bought 750 tiles somewhere else for cheaper. But we can see that this makes everybody turn their heads and make different approaches to how they would invest. Investors of the game are now going to think, well, let's look for a location that has a unique property to it. And this could be anything. It could be scarcity of tiles. It could be natural resources, private islands, or maybe even a location in a city where there's a lot of investors buying up around them. Because remember, if people buy around the area that you buy, it's good for your investment in the future, in the long run, because there's going to be a lot of traffic. And we already know that if there's a lot of traffic, there could be advertisements, there could be billboards, there's incentives for people buying around you, because it means that you're benefiting from the people buying around you, because the tiles will go up. So let me show you some potential properties that I've invested in, and right here. So I'm gonna go over some locations that I've bought. For example, I bought these 2 tiles in Leticia and Amazons. I bought these 2 tiles because, let me show you. I could use these for wood in the future, natural, and I see that I use the heat map to locate where there might be buyers around me. The Amazons are rich of natural resources, and I bought in Colombia, a nation that is rich of various resources ranging from wood, ranging from emeralds. Colombia is really popular in emeralds. I'll show you more of what I've invested in the country. And even beautiful landscapes where you could even build on. So let's go back. So we have Andorra. I bought Andorra because they're land class 2, and there's a certain amount of buyers around that area. And let me show you what I did. A good strategy you could use is, if you look throughout a certain location and you see that there's like a waterfront or something, and there's like open space, you could always buy that up, because there's potential of maybe a lot of buyers coming in, because you could see that the majority of the waterfront here is bought up. So what I did was, these are my tiles right here, right there, those. There was an open space and I saw a lot of investors around there, so I just bought up 5 tiles. And maybe in the future, those tiles, I bought them for $232. Maybe they could be worth $10. Who knows? But I saw potential in them, so that's why I invested in it. Let me go back to my early investments. Okay, so here I'm gonna go over really quick. I bought in Uzbekistan. These are supposedly diamond mines. I bought these 8,000 Cape Verde. Let me show. I bought my own, you could say, private island in the coast of Thailand. So I see a lot of potential in islands, because who wouldn't want their own private island? So yeah, that's a good investment as well. I also see potential in the Middle East. Once Dubai opens up, there's gonna be a lot of pent-up demand. So keep your eyes up on that. So I would what I've done is I've invested in islands. I've invested in natural resources. Let me show. Oh, also in some petroleum as well. But let me show you one of my. Oh, and I've also bought in supposedly some mega cities. Mega cities are like cities where they're created by a certain community or group on a Discord, and they see a potential of making a virtual city, and they built it up from zero, and they get a lot of investors to buy it up in a certain location. And let me show you. This is the Eye of Sahara. All these tiles, the majority of them are all bought up. And I believe I bought these for, let me see if I can see details. I bought them for $7.39. They're all 5%. Let's see what else. I bought in Medellin, Colombia, land 2 class tiles. I bought 30 of them early in the game, like last month. I bought them for $15.90, and I'm at $37.83. 137% gain. Not bad. I see a lot more gain coming towards this one, and there's a lot of potential for it. Colombia has a lot of potential, and they're really cheap. So what I do is, instead of buying $48 worth of one tile in the US, I like to diversify. I like to go out and throughout the world and look at some specific locations that are really interesting to me. Like for example, look at this landscape over here. This one, Kazakhstan. Yeah, look over here. Supposedly this is, I think, let me see. Oh, and also, by the way, I think the founder of Earth2 just tweeted right now. He says, "We are only 3 months in, guys, and only went viral less than 2 months ago. Hard to believe. I may feel like longer, but since so many already living and breathing Earth2." Let's see. Early days yet, we have already demonstrated validity so much, literally, still the beginning. A lot more to come. Get ready, guys. All I'm saying is, build a strategy, keep working from it, and keep growing, and analyze how the markets are moving. Analyze how people are buying up certain areas. Analyze where are the next hotspots. Also, take a look at mega cities, and don't forget islands. Check out islands. Islands are gonna be. They're gonna be spectacular. Imagine having your own island. You can build whatever you want on it. So it's gonna be crazy. Stay tuned.